Oh yeah. All right, so let's make sure I got audio. It looks like I got audio. So taking a look here at the news for the day. Right now, we can tell that the Dow is at an all-time high. The Nasdaq also is looking like it's making some highs. So let's take a look here. We'll throw DJ or Dow Jones up, and you can see there that we're all-time highs. Some other news. PepsiCo CEO Raymond Laguarta says buying electric trucks from Tesla, getting first deliveries this Q4. Piton is Argus downgrades to hold from buy. Microchip Technology announces $4 billion stock repurchase program, ticker MCHP. AMC Entertainment Holdings Inc. will team with Disney to bring 4 movies back to big screen from November 12th to 14th. So AMC and Disney, 200 locations. So keep an eye on that. Let me make sure this is auto. Yeah, that's that news. Tobisha is going to divide its company into 3 different companies. Let's pull up the Euro USD. Looks like it's just hanging out. Let's take a look at this on like a higher time frame. So Euro USD kind of consolidating near its most recent lows. Looks like it's so far it's kind of holding this level. Be curious to see if it holds or it breaks through this level. We could do a little bit of analysis on that as well. So I'm going to pop up this in a new tab. We'll take a look at Euro. I'll throw up Euro USD in this tab right here. So based on season, it's a very strong seasonal move right here, coming up going into the end of the year. Taking a look here, a pattern scan actually is predicting us to be a little bit lower, but it looks like it's kind of holding up right there. Taking a look at DXM, mostly long, so not ideal. It looks like the US dollar is below 10 today on the currency string, so it would be curious to see if this turns around or if it starts to reverse to the upside. Taking a look at supply and demand, we do have a level down there, but that's currently where Euro USD is. Taking a look at the trend, you can see that we have a very bearish super trend, and we're below all the EMAs on the daily currently. So Tesla updating. Let's see. So there's where Tesla is. Tesla is down 5.27% currently. So I'll throw that up on the 15. I'm going to throw Boeing up on the 15 as well. I like Boeing. Boeing above this level looks really good. Let's see if I can show you guys right there. So you can see Boeing right there. If I can draw a trend line like a normal person. You got some sort of breakout going on the daily right there. Boeing to the upside could be good. Let's see if any news. Yeah, Dow is just making moves higher. Let's take a look at some stocks too while we're at it. So I'm going to pull up Trading View just to get some other stocks. So remember, this week we have some earnings still. This is a penny stock, so let's look at Coinbase has earnings this week. If we could take a look at this on the daily, you can see where Coinbase is. Be curious to see if this kind of pulls back before earnings. Let's take a look. I know Airbnb had some earnings also this week, so you can see, or this was last week, you can see here that Airbnb is taking off quite well. It's up 3% today. Let's take a look at AMD. AMD is up 3% today as well. So they're making moves to the upside. NVIDIA had a nice move last week. It looks like they're holding up as well. Looking at Snapchat, we can see that Snapchat is kind of hanging out near this low. Be curious to see if this can hold support there. Zillow had a big drop last week. Yeah, it's interesting. What else is there? Yeah, it looks like everything's just holding. Tesla's obviously down. Uber's holding. DWAC, which is a Donald Trump acquisition. That news from a couple weeks ago looks like it's kind of holding up here. Be curious to see if it holds this low or what that does in the future, but that's the stocks right there. So Tesla's kind of, it looks like it might be holding up here. Taking a look here. Let me pull up the chat, see if anybody's said anything yet. If you guys have any, analysis you want me to do, you can always do that. If you have any questions, ask them. I'll answer, whatever questions you guys got. Boeing, holding up here. I like Boeing. Euro USD kind of holding as well. Looking here, let's put a Dow on the 5-minute chart. So you can see I wouldn't call it a gap up, but we are up quite a decent amount today. Euro. Let's see, what other pairs can we look at over here? We'll just go through them all. So Aussie Cad looks like it's having some sort of move to the upside today on Aussie Cad. Looking over here, we'll pull up Aussie JPY, kind of just chilling. Let's take a look at the currency list and we can see if there's anything that catches my eye. I know Aussie New Zealand is down quite a bit today, so we can take a look at that as well. Actually, I'm going to pull up currency strength on one of these screens so we can take a look at that as well. I'm going to zoom out and resize this. But you can see that's the currency strength currently. I'm just going to make this a little bit easier to fit my screen. I switch between 5 different screens, so all the resolutions are different. Lock that. So right now it looks like the New Zealand is actually leading, which would be why Aussie New Zealand is down quite a bit today. You can see that's up 64. Taking a look here, the British pound is the second leading at 29 points. What are these? The yen and the Aussie are following each other. They're up around about 10 to 11. Looking here at the euro, looks like it's down a little bit, but mostly near zero, so not much change on the euro. The dollar is down to about 25, and if we look at the CAD, that's lower along with the Swiss. So Let's take a look here at USD Swiss, see how that's doing. So USD Swiss could have an interesting, yeah, it's up a little bit today. Could have a breakout. Let's take a look at the prime analysis on Aussie Swiss. See if anything, I mean USD Swiss. Yeah, there's Tesla just chilling. Tesla isn't doing anything very interesting right now. BA is kind of hanging out. Dow Jones is kind of hanging out at that high also. Maybe we could get a pullback and a continuation higher going into the rest of the day. Looking here at USD Swiss. Could be a good opportunity to the downside on US dollar Swiss here. You can see we got a very consolidated kind of prediction right here for a little bit, but overall to the downside, right? So pattern scan kind of giving us this prediction here that we're going to be a little bit higher. So something to keep in mind if we do end up going a little bit higher. Am I missing a light? Oh, that's some good coffee. DXM, mostly long, so that's something to keep in mind on US dollar Swiss. They're kind of following each other right now. I'm gonna move my mic. Yeah, so looking here, supply and demand, we kind of have a level at 92, so that's a psychological level to keep in mind. Super trend is, we're below the EMAs. Super trend, we're kind of right around that area, so keep that in mind. News, not much. Let's look at the COT. So they're actually mostly long on the US and they're short on the Swiss, so that would typically cause it to rise, but let's take a look. Leverage funds are also the same, so depending on how longer term that you would want to hold this, you could take this into consideration using the smart money report, since this is typically a lot longer term based. Using the smart money report, they're looking more like weeks, months versus, you know, this week and next week. 92, we have that psychological level again pulling up on the prime volume. So this is an interesting one. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I might set an alert on my system over here to alert me when US dollar Swiss reaches that. Actually, I might set that up as some sort of order. So right around 92, it's predicting. The only thing to keep in mind is looking for some sort of price action confirmation. So I'm going to be keeping an eye around 92. So just have that alert set. Looks like natural gas is down, or wait. Oh, it's up 1.1% today. Natural gas is up. So that's that. Not too much. 15 minutes into the market so far. It looks like everything's kind of holding up so far. Tesla's kind of just doing whatever Tesla does. Should get a new candle here in a moment, but could be just a dead cat bounce. You know, Elon is, he tweeted that he's selling, or he should be selling about 10% of his stock. So Tesla, Elon selling tweet. I don't know if I'm logged into Twitter on this computer. I don't know if it'll let me use it without it. Nah, it doesn't look like it. I'm going to throw NASDAQ up here. We can watch the different correlations of NASDAQ and the Dow. Let's see. Boeing is kind of rejecting this level right here, so maybe a good opportunity to get into Boeing. It has a very good analysis, I remember. So let me pull up Boeing here. Boeing. So yeah, it is a very strong prediction, predicting us to go quite a bit higher. But yeah, we kind of broke the supply and demand area right here, so maybe a retest of that area. Tesla is kind of holding up right here. Curious to see how that reacts. We'll just keep an eye on everything. NASDAQ looks like it might have found a resistance right here. Curious to see if this goes lower or higher. Sorry. Dow's kind of hanging out. Let's see how we go. See if I see anything on the scanner. So it looks like CAT had an upgrade. Ticker CAT. Cannabis growth company got downgraded to a sell. Airbnb Piper raises price target to 215. It looks like cannabis growth company kind of got downgraded a lot today. So let's pull that up. So CGC. Yeah, they're down. They must have they just had earnings, so a lot of volume. It looks like they're just getting downgraded and plummeted right there by those earnings or by those analysts. Anything else coming on the news? Not much. Kind of slow still in the morning. Let me see how these are doing. Everything is kind of trending the same. Looks like this is the yen's kind of picking up here a little bit. US dollar is kind of consolidating. The Swiss looks like it's somewhat making its continuation to the downside. Boeing's kind of having a hiccup right here. NASDAQ looks like we just got a new candle, or we should have one here in about 1 minute. Dow's kind of coming down a little bit here. Yeah, everything's just kind of chilling. Nothing too extreme going on right now. Let's see if we can find maybe any. Let's see if we can find anything coming up. So looking at the current events for the week, we can see that today we actually have Powell, or Fed Chair Powell, speaks today. Bank of England also talks today. Tomorrow it looks like the German ZEW economic sentiment. ECB President Lagarde speaks for the euro. We have PPI data coming out. Powell speaks also tomorrow. It looks like he might be speaking, a couple days in a row. Wednesday we got core CPI. We got initial jobless claims coming out for the U.S. Crude oil inventories coming out Wednesday as well. Thursday, it looks like we have the Aussie unemployment change, the British pound GDP, we have the British GDP coming out for Q3. It looks like we actually also have manufacturing production coming out. Very interesting week ahead. Nothing crazy. There's some earnings that are coming out. But let's see, right? Everything's just chilling. Airbnb's up quite a bit. I picked up shares at Airbnb at about 150 to 160, so I'm pretty happy with this. Can hold that for a decent amount. Coin's up a lot. I mean, I got a few shares of coin. I did pick some up down here, and I sold it for about $100 a share, to be honest. Let's see if anything's moving today. I'll just use the scanner right here. So PPSI is up quite a bit. Wow, this thing is up 117% today. Going all the way from, $3 and something to $7. That's pretty crazy. And they have earnings coming up too. EDU, I believe China announced something around the lines of education coming back out. I have to double check that with the news. It sounds some current news. It looks like the UK 10-year real yield falls to a record low as well. Looking at Ford's just plummeting away, going towards $20, which Ford hasn't been at $20 since, man, when's the last time it's been there? The last time Ford was at $20 was in 2001. That's crazy. It's some great buying opportunities during the pandemic there. Let's see, anything else? F-Cell is up 15%. Nothing. It's pretty good, right? PFE. Pfizer is kind of chilling. I'm going to filter this by percent change if I can. Yeah, pretty interesting. TTD is up. Yeah, it looks like everything's just making a move a little bit higher. Let's see. Tesla's still chilling fairly well. Let me see. BA is kind of chilling as well. Dow is kind of chilling up near the highs. Let's see. Anything? NASDAQ also kind of just chilling out. And then it's kind of holding this area right here. Tesla kind of hanging out. NASDAQ kind of hanging out. Dow Jones kind of hanging out. BA kind of holding up there, to be honest. It's kind of making a move up there on the 5-minute chart. Indian government likely to move cryptocurrency bill at the start of winter session of parliament. IMAX enhanced to watch Disney Plus with titles from Marvel Cinematic Universe and IMAX expanded aspect ratio. Let's take a look here at crypto. I haven't looked at crypto yet today. Bitcoin is, kind of chilling up here. Let me move over. Yeah, we're at 65,319. Let's take a look here at some cryptocurrency, see if anything kind of sticks out. We'll take a look at Bitcoin, obviously, is kind of a main one. This is the wrong one. BTC USD. Bitcoin's up a decent amount. Some good coffee. So Bitcoin pattern prediction was predicting us to go higher. Obviously, it went a little bit higher than that prediction, which is not always bad. Looking here, we're still on a good trend. Actually, we did bounce off of this EMA right there. Looking at market structure, we're right near this upper level, which looks to be at 66,000. So quite interesting. What else am I looking at here? ALZN, that's a penny. Netflix. Let's take a look here at Netflix. Do I need to move this? No. Netflix could be interesting around this supply and demand area right there. Looking at the pattern scan, nothing there. Looking at insider, actually, is there any insider? Nothing really. Background. Anything going on? Could catch some support here. They look like about the same area. Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, I watched a movie yesterday. It was with Liam Neeson. It's about trucking. Very, very interesting movie to say the least. It was about truck drivers driving up to the ice roads and they got in this like big chase. It's pretty funny. It was pretty good, I guess. Pretty engaging. Apple kind of hanging out. Netflix kind of hanging out. Oil is, up a little bit. Gold's actually making some moves to the upside. Silver kind of also. The euro, we're having a pretty, it's an alright day. Let's take a look here. GBP USD. This could be interesting. GBP USD has a slight prediction to the upside. Looking at the pattern scan, not much there. It looks like they're mostly long on the DXM, so maybe not the best play to be looking at right now. It looks like there's quite a bit of a divergence here on the currency strength going into the New York. We did bounce off a supply and demand level. Looking here at the trend, kind of below on at least a super trend. We're kind of holding this main EMA right there. So not my favorite, just based off of that. the DXM, but we are at some sort of key level on the chart. You can tell A based off of the market structure, supply and demand, but also the, just kind of looking at the market structure on the chart. I'd like to see it make a higher high. It's been making lower highs. So you can see here, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So I don't know. It's kind of making a lower or a higher low if it holds this level right here. But besides that, I would like to see it kind of move up, maybe come back, and from there I can plan some sort of entry. Looking here at Tesla, see it's kind of just chilling, not much right there. Looking here at Boeing, it's kind of hanging out towards the high. Hopefully we get a pullback and I can get into that at a pretty decent price. Looking here at the Dow is also holding up. NASDAQ kind of pulling back here, so tech might be pulling back. Let's pull up, we can pull up some stocks over here. This lower one, US stocks. Let's pull up 3M. 3M did pull back a little bit. Let's take a look. I think it has a pretty good seasonality. So yeah, 3M has a decent seasonality trend. Looking here at market structure, it's also kind of holding up right there. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like where this level is right now. So 3M could be an interesting one. I might look at some calls on that to the upside, maybe a couple months out, going into the new year. But yeah, I like that. Checking the currency strength. ExxonMobil to invest. ExxonMobil to invest in petrochemical complex in China, XOM. So let's pull that up. Pop a new one of those. Pop that. XOM. So looking here at XOM, you can see they are up today. Did they make any moves off that? You can see, yeah, they're up a decent amount today. Pretty flat prediction, but we are at all-time highs, so that could have something. Still, we're at some sort of key level right here. Quite interesting. Tesla not green yet. Check back in 15. US CB unemployment trends index actually 112.23. Let me see if there's any option sweeps coming through. TTD alert to buy. A lot of Tesla, it looks like. Nvidia calls, Tesla puts. Nvidia calls, Tesla puts. Mara calls. So Mara, that was only 111,000 premium. A lot of Tesla puts coming in today, actually. Nvidia is getting a lot of calls. See any golden sweeps lately? SPY puts for 1 million. Etsy calls had a $1.18 million sweep. So let's see. Do I have Etsy on here? No. So let's pull up Etsy over here. So Etsy's having some calls coming in. They're at all-time highs, so quite interesting. Yeah. So everything's just kind of, for the most part, it's kind of chilling. Tesla's, it looks like it has a little bit of bullish strength right here. We're right in this kind of consolidation area. I mean, overall, Tesla isn't really down that much. I mean, numbers wise, I guess, but it's only a 4% drop. Some people are saying it's going to be over a 10% drop based off of Elon's tweet. So overall, it's pretty good. Boeing's coming down a little bit. Not too worried about that. I'd love to get in that. 3M. Oh yeah. Let's see. Cat had some news come out earlier. They're chilling up. Cat's kind of making a move to the upside, so maybe a good. Let's do some cat analysis. CAT. Caterpillar. Yeah, pretty decent. Caterpillar. It's all right. The currencies are kind of chilling off here. Tesla is making moves here. Maybe a fill gap and then a rejection, so that could be interesting. So something like that, some sort of fill gap to the downside. Boeing kind of coming down a little bit. It's nothing too extreme. Home Depot is crazy. MRK, Merck got merked. Pfizer, let's see, they had some pill news come out last week. They're kind of chilling out at this area. They're still pretty high. I mean, they could catch maybe some support right there. Not too interested in it though. Visa, they're kind of coming back. Let's take a look here at Visa. Yeah, Visa's got some strength today. Low key. Nice double support level right there. Visa's holding up. That could be a nice. That was a nice grab right there off that low. To be honest. Tesla making moves. Tesla is making moves. Like I said, let's watch that gap fill on Tesla. See this level kind of right there. See how that gets filled, kind of filling in that void right there. Could have a reaction to the downside, but let's see. Let's see what the analysis is saying. Tesla, Elon, Papa Elon Musk. Very bullish prediction still, to be honest. I mean, this thing is just crazy. I mean, going from all the way. If I see anything interesting, I'll point it out to you guys. Hood is interesting. I was looking at Hood. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Robinhood, to be honest. But these IPOs, they tend to get these, at least the pattern I've noticed, looking at these IPOs is they get these big run-ups either on the first day or one of the first week, and then they kind of sell off, and then typically they can make a move to the upside. So we can look at something like Coin also kind of did something similar to this, where it had this nice big run up and then a kind of consolidation area, and now it's making its move to the upside. I'm trying to think of some other ones as well. LZN recently IPO'd. You can see they had this big run up, kind of come back to the downside. DWAC was more of a news play, but you can see big run up consolidation, so maybe you could snag it up around here to the upside. Uber, I think everything really did this, to be honest. Right, so they had this big kind of run up. This was a very steep drop to the downside, to be honest, especially right there. Pull up the Dow over here and see how the Dow is doing. Dow's up quite a bit still. BA is kind of right around that area. Right around. So more recently, I remember seeing this somewhere before, but you can see Kimball Musk had an insider transaction. I believe he is, this is Elon's brother. From what I could tell. So we could see here that he had 25,000 of common stock. What was this from? And they just kind of ended up selling a decent amount of stocks. I mean, this is like, I believe this was 110 million or something. Damn. I'm going to pull Tesla on the main screen. We can go with this one. That's kind of the main one. I want to watch Tesla. Actually, you can search here now. Tesla. Nice. I want to see this gap right here get filled. So I'm going to draw this out. Let's see how this goes. This is freaking out a little bit. So again, I'm going to see this Tesla gap kind of get filled right here. And see maybe some sort of rejection to the downside. Tesla crazy. Tesla gold's kind of coming back here. It looks like 0.2. Yeah, overall, I'm just gonna watch Tesla kind of hit those highs, but besides that, I might just start getting some work done for the day. Nothing too extreme going on in the morning. Watch Boeing. That it's kind of pulling back there a little bit. Again, I'm kind of watching this kind of pullback right there. Right, so I'm gonna see it hold above this on the daily. Nasdaq kind of looks like it's holding up. Dow's also, but that does. Curious to see Tesla fill that gap. So let's pull it up here, see if it does that thing again. Must only be when it's bigger, but yeah, let's watch Tesla at that 1200 range. It's about $10 to $7 away. Kind of fill it in this void right here. Very interesting day so far. This PPSI is still up quite a bit.